All right, folks. I thought I'd do something new today. I got up early for the Shabbat. Looks like I need to correct this post here. But these are IDF messaging on Telegram. They include a lot of details about what's happening in the conflict in Israel. And but it's a good study in Hebrew because everything that the IDF obviously is putting out is Hebrew, but it's very advanced Hebrew. And I'm going to try to muddle through it and try to decipher these messages with the aid of Google Translate. And it'll be a good exercise for, learning vocabulary, I think. So what I thought was I would just work through some of the stuff. And all right, so what we have is get my thing up here. So we have Hoda. I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
הודעה משותפת לדובר למד דוברות כף.
Now, look, notice this here. Hoda mishutefet. I think it's mishut.
הודעה משותפת לדובר למד דוברות כף.
Okay, so this Hoda, I think this is the one that's joint. It's like a joint statement. Okay, so we have joint, and mishutefet would be a statement. Okay. Looks like a leader.
הודעה משותפת לדובר למד דוברות.
It sounds like ledover. So this would be like I bet you this is the statement here. This is all, it comes from devar, which means to speak. Hoda'a. Okay, that's the message.
הודעה.
All right, so this is the message. Let's get this right. So Hoda'a is the message. Okay, that's good to know. Mishutefet. There we go. Shared.
משותפת.
Okay, so this is like a message shared. All right, a message shared. All right, then we have leader. I think it's Lidober. To speak.
לדובר.
Okay, to speak. So that's to speak. A message shared. To speak. Remember, in Hebrew, and this za. Hoda'a mishutefet ledober za. Ledober. Hoda'a mishutefet ledober. But it doesn't want to put the whole M in there, so that's So it's going to take, this is a bit of an onerous practice, but I'm hoping that it'll improve my Hebrew skills.
הודעה משותפת לעובר. הודעה משותפת לעובר.
No, it's not. That low doesn't go there. The holem goes after the dalet. Let's try that.
הודעה משותפת לדובר.
Ladover. Listen to that. It sounds like it's got a kametz under there, or a holem, or a patak rather. Maybe it's got a patak under there, under this here. Ladover. This is a holem here. Ladover.
הודעה משותפת לדובר.
And it sounds like mishotefet, doesn't it?
הודעה משותפת לדובר.
Or is it mishotefet? Is it like this with a saray? Mishotefet. Now this show has got to be holem, and then this is definitely segol, and then and probably a segol here too. And then it ends with a tav. Mishotefet.
הודעה משותפת לדובר.
Or it's almost like a hirika on there. It doesn't have a hirik there. Mishotefet. Ladover.
הודעה משותפת לדובר.
Ladover. Ladover.
הודעה משותפת לדובר.
Okay, so we know that hoda'ah is the message. Mishutefet is shared. Ladover is, let's see, to the speaker. To the speaker. So it's like message shared to the speaker. And now this has got to be, this za is like a IDF spokesperson. IDF spokesperson. Okay, so then the lamed, remember the lamed is 2 or 4. And let's see here what this says. Udovrot shev. That might not be what that is. Udovrot. I'll have to put it in there manually, figure out what it is.
הודעה משותפת לדובר צ"פ, למד ודוברות. הודעה משותפת לדובר צ"פ, למד ודוברות.
Sounds like a vet. Sounds like this has a vet sound to it. This right here is simply, or a vav, rather a vav sound. In other words, it's just the V sound. Vet dovrot.
הודעה משותפת לדובר צ"פ, למד ודוברות.
Vedrovrot. Shav. And then this little thing here, it must be
הודעה משותפת לדובר צ"פ, למד ודוברות שב כף.
okay, and shin bet. So this has got to be a this is like the shin bet. This is a acronym for the shin bet. Which should be the spokesperson. Okay, all right, so that's essentially what we got there. So this we can recognize as the IDF spokesperson. So it sounds like the IDF spokesperson is starting here. And he says to Vashav. So I bet you it's, I wonder if it's the Shin Bet spokesperson. Ki Hipulim Kingud. All right, let's see here. Okay, so this key, remember this is like or as. I remember that. Okay, so in this case, it's going to be as. And then pu'alim.
כף פועלים כנגד. כף פועלים כנגד. כף פועלים כנגד.
So this pu'alim are workers. Workers, and their kanged is against. Now that's a good Hebrew word to learn, isn't it? Against, kanged. Let's see what that is on its own. Actually, that's not correct. Strike that for a minute because we got the wrong ka sound.
כף פועלים כנגד.
Okay, keneged.
כף פועלים כנגד.
Okay, all right, so we got this wrong here. Let's correct this. So we have po'alim kan.
כף פועלים כנגד.
As acting against. Po'alim, acting. So that's got to be a form of acting. Po'alim, look at that. And kaneged is against. As acting against. Let's see. That looks like Aragon. Aragon. Close, but it doesn't have a yod in there. Oh, that's an organization.
כף פועלים כנגד ארגון. כף פועלים כנגד ארגון.
Iragon, look at that, organization. I have never seen that one before. That's why I like these studies, even though they're slow. I'm picking up vocabulary words. Organization.
כף פועלים כנגד ארגון.
Iragon. How about this one right here? And this is acting. It's form of like acting. And this has got to be against keneged. You're going, okay. How about this one? Have to roar. Have to roar. There we go. Oh, that's like a
כף פועלים כנגד ארגון הטרור.
organization of terror. A terror. Okay, so that's almost like a transliteration of an English word for a terrorist. So it's like ha terror.
כף פועלים כנגד ארגון הטרור.
ארגון הטרור.
כף פועלים כנגד ארגון הטרור.
Okay, so look at this here. This looks, oh, you know what this is? This is Hamas. That looks like Hamas, doesn't it? That's a summit. There you get the S sound. There's the mem. That's the M sound. There's the het. Hamas. Hamas. There it is. That's right. So,
כף פועלים כנגד ארגון הטרור חמאס.
yes. So if you ever wondered how Hamas looks in Hebrew, there it is right there. Look at that. Berahovi. Now, I think I recognize that that might be a street. But it might be a town too. So let's see. Berahovi. Yes. Oh, look at that. Around the world.
כף פועלים כנגד ארגון הטרור חמאס ברחבי. כף פועלים כנגד ארגון הטרור חמאס ברחבי.
Berahave.
כף פועלים כנגד ארגון הטרור חמאס ברחבי.
Sounds like Berahave. Sounds like that, doesn't it? Berahave. Right there. Okay, so this is around the world. So as working against the terror organization, Hamas around the world, okay, Yehuda, there's a recognizable word, right? That's Jews, the Jewish. Let's see. Yehuda Ushomron. Oh, and notice this. Yehuda is Judea. I don't like this new update on. I don't like the new update on this Google Translate. Look at this. In Hebrew, they're still calling it Judea and Samaria. They're still calling it Samaria. Look at that. Ushomron, Samaria, Judea. Shomron is Samaria. Wow, that's interesting to learn, isn't it? That's the vernacular used in Israel. They're calling it Judea and Samaria.
כף פועלים כנגד ארגון הטרור חמאס ברחבי יהודה ושומרון.
Berachave. So you know what? I wonder if this Berachave is, it has to do with, it's roundabout. It's like roundabout. Roundabout Yehuda Ushomron. So it's like roundabout Judea and Shomron, which is Judea and Samaria. Isn't that something? That they still use that language. That's, you know, one of the reasons why I like Hebrew is because it's like it's connected to history. And look at how far back the history goes for those terms. That goes all the way back 2,000 years. Or actually more than 2,000 years. All right. All right, so this is they're working against the terrorist organization Hamas. Now look at this one here. Nahatzaru. No, must not be how it's pronounced. Oh, look at this.
נעצרו.
So there must be a root here. This must have to do with being stopped or arrested. And this noon here identifies were arrested. It's like the were, in other words, in the past. And then this shirk here must identify as plural.
נעצרו.
Were arrested. Let's see. Were arrested by Yehuda in Judea, Vashomron, Ushomron, by Yehuda Ushomron. There we go. Arrested in Judea and Samaria.
נעצרו ביהודה ושומרון.
Okay, so arrested in Judea and Samaria. Now they've got this number 11 here. They're putting in a English derivation there. But how do we say that in Hebrew? How about Ekot ve'esrei? Ekot ve'esrei. Nope, that's not it. How do we say 11? Esri Ekot. Esri Ekot. No. All right, what is that 11 again?
נעצרו ביהודה ושומרון 11.
I know it's something like that. A hot esrei. There we go. A hot esrei. Okay.
נעצרו ביהודה ושומרון 11.
Okay, so how do we say 11 again in Hebrew? So it's like this. I think it's like this. And then I think it's like this. I think. Something like that, maybe. Echat esrei. So it's like the echat is like the tens column or the one, and the esrei is the tens. I might have that spelled wrong, but anyway, so they've arrested.
נעצרו ביהודה ושומרון 11.
Ne'etzru, they arrested. Ne'etzru, by Yehuda Ushomron, they arrested 11 individuals. Let's see what this says. Mivukshim. Okay.
נעצרו ביהודה ושומרון 11 מבוקשים. נעצרו ביהודה ושומרון 11 מבוקשים.
A hot Esra. Okay, yeah, hot Esra. Mivukshim.
נעצרו ביהודה ושומרון 11 מבוקשים.
Mivukshim. Sounds like that, doesn't it? Mivukshim. So this Mivukshim has to do with these are wanted persons. They're wanted. In other words, so here's the arrested one here.
נעצרו ביהודה.
Ne'etzru, arrested, and then the persons, there's 11 of them here, and they're wanted. Okay. All right, so this is interesting. The neat thing about this is, by the way, just a sidebar, you get a lot of different news. If you actually deconstruct this, the other reason why I wanted to do this is you're going to find information out that the media is not going to tell you. in America. And so that's why I like looking at what the actual language says. All right, so here, how about this one? Metuchem. Metuchem. Let's see, what is that one?
נעצרו ביהודה ושומרון 11 מבוקשים מתוכם.
Oh, it looks like metucham.
נעצרו ביהודה ושומרון 11 מבוקשים מתוכם.
Okay, so it still says arrested in Judea and Samaria, 11 wanted persons. And I wonder what this metucham is by itself. Metucham. Metucham. Oh, that would be like wanted out of them, wanted of them, wanted of them. Okay. Okay, so basically these are the wanted people here. And then metucham means out of them. In other words, they're going to break down out of these 11 people that are arrested. They're going to break down something. We have shni. I think that's 2, right? Shni, Pa'alim. Oh, those, you know what that is? Those are Palestinians. Pa'alilim. Let's see if we can get that. Come now. I wonder if that's Palestinians. Oh, wait a minute. No, 2 active. That's an active word.
שני פעילים. שני פעילים.
Pe'elim.
שני פעילים.
So it has to come from active here. Pe'elim. Shnei pe'elim. So I know the shnei is 2. 2 active. 2 active. Ba'aragon. Now we saw that ba'aragon already, didn't we, somewhere? I can't remember. Ba'aragon. Oh, that's the organization one. I remember seeing that.
שני פעילים בארגון.
2 are active in the organization. So here's the active one. This is in the so this must be this word right here. Argon is the organization. And then this bet is in with or on. So it's in. And it's probably got a patak or something under there. So you got the definite article the. In the organization. Look at this. Hateror. This is the terror. Hateror Hamas. There we go. That's right.
שני פעילים בארגון הטרור חמאס.
Hateror Hamas.
שני פעילים בארגון הטרור חמאס.
Okay, so this is saying the terror. And that sounds a lot like an English transliteration, doesn't it? And it is. And then here's Hamas right here. That's the name of the terror organization that Israel is fighting against right now. Okay, so now let's see what else we've got here. B'mivsa. There we go. Oh, this is an operation.
שני פעילים בארגון הטרור חמאס במבצע.
Okay, so let's Let's delete this other stuff so that we can continue on.
במבצע,
במבצע, activity, במכנה. Okay, in the operation, I brought in the camp.
במבצע הבאתי במחנה.
הבאתי.
במבצע הבאתי במחנה.
הבאתי.
במבצע הבאתי במחנה.
It's almost like havati. Notice this here, havati. Let's right here. We got to keep track of things here. Get rid of some of this here. We can clear this up a little bit. All right, so let's go back here. Okay, so we have
במבצע הבאתי במחנה.
okay, so Bahamane.
במבצע הבאתי במחנה.
So in the operation, I brought in the camp. This has got to be in the camp here. I think in the camp. And this has to do with, this got to be in the operation. Actually, in the operation is probably this right here. And then this has to do with bringing. Hapilitim. Now remember that hapilitim thing. Hapilitim. G, you know. Oh, okay. So hapilitim is like a let's see here. In the operation, I brought in the refugee camp. Hapilitim. That's kind of a refugee. So it sounds like a refugee camp. Now look at this here. G. Looks like G. This is like, I know what this, I've seen this before. It's like the hard G sound. G-E zone. G-E zone. Nope. So it looks like a refugee, Jilson.
במבצע הבאתי במחנה הפליטים ג'ילזון.
Jilson.
במבצע הבאתי במחנה הפליטים ג'ילזון.
Okay, so this Jilson, this is the name of the refugee camp. Look at that. And that's something. Let's get rid of this other stuff here. Okay, so Jilzone. That's the name of the refugee camp. So we have these two right here.
במבצע הבאתי במחנה הפליטים ג'ילזון.
Now the Bamakane. So it's like this must be in the camp, Bamakane, and this is like a refugee, Hafilitim. Any operation I brought Jilson in the refugee camp. So I wonder if that's the name of the guy or not. I'm not sure. Let's take a look at this. Akohanot. Oh, look at this, knives.
במבצע הבאתי במחנה הפליטים ג'ילזון הקונות.
Now this refugee, I think that's Palestinian. I still think that looks like Palestinian. And look at this, hakonot. These are knives. In the operation, I brought Jilson, the knives in the refugee camp. Oh, this hat that was demolished or destroyed. Okay, demolished or destroyed.
במבצע הבאתי במחנה הפליטים ג'ילזון הקונות הרסו. במבצע הבאתי במחנה הפליטים ג'ילזון הקונות הרסו.
Harzu, that was destroyed. Harzu, that's an interesting one. Destroyed. Bait. Bait, low. Hoki. Okay. Okay, I brought in the vans destroyed an illegal, the vans destroyed an illegal house. So this has to do with, let's see, I wonder if this is the destroyed one. Yeah. And this is low Hoki. This has to do with not authorized, probably. Hoki, belonging to shell. Ha'il Hamas. Oh, that's what that is. I bet you belonging to Hamas. Huki shel Pa'il Hamas. Hamas. There we go. Okay, in the operation, I brought in the Jilzon refugee camp. The vans destroyed an illegal house of the Hamas activist. Okay, so this must be so this has got to be activists here, Hamas. Okay, so basically in the operation, I brought in the Jilzon refugee camp. The vans destroyed an illegal house of the Hamas activists. Okay, so these are war reports. So what's going on here? This is interesting. And the Hebrew that's being used is the most advanced. I mean, it's, you know, they're not using, this is not beginning, intermediate, it's advanced. So now I'm going to pick most of this up with the aid of Google Translate and what I already know of Hebrew, but it's slow going. But you know, the vocabulary, you should pick up a lot of vocabulary on this. All right, so let's see here. Now we've got, look at this one here. Oh, you know what this is? This is the IDF spokesperson again, I bet you. Kuhot. Kuhot za. Yeah. Za. Let's see here. Oh, that's IDF forces.
כוחות צא. כוחות צא. כוחות צא.
Kuhot ze.
כוחות צא.
Okay, so these are the IDF forces. Okay, so this has got to be the word forces. And this belongs to the IDF. So that isn't that interesting? That if you want to know whether they're talking about IDF, they simply use this, not that one. Yeah, they use this here, say. And that's something, IDF. I didn't know that. Kohot.
כוחות צא.
Kohot.
כוחות צא.
Sounds like kohot ze.
כוחות צא.
Okay, so these are IDF forces. This is forces here. Forces. So ze is IDF.
כוחות צא.
All right, so now look at this here. This is the 2 or 4 thing. So that's 2 probably. Look at this here, shove. I bet you that's the same one that's up here. That's got to be that shin bet thing they got going on. Now, let's see what that is. Okay, the Shin Bet is a 2-letter Hebrew abbreviation of security service in Israel's internal security service. So that's what that is. Shin Bet is the internal security service of Israel. So I'll keep that in mind as we go through this. Now, this right here, this cough, I think probably is an as again. Remember how that was used here? Or it might be, I bet you that what that is it's saying this is what they're speaking. Could be what they're speaking. Okay, so what is this guy saying? Now this one looks like Umagiev Atzru. Nope. There's going to be a new one. Oh, and responding.
ומגייס. ומגייס.
No, wrong.
ומגייב. ומגייב.
Umagiev.
ומגייב.
Unless that let me see what that looks like here. The MBA, the Shin Bet and the MBA. Okay. Let's see here. This has got to be some kind of a organization here, because this is an organization. This here, not this part here, but this here. All right, so what are they doing? It's Ru Halayla. Figure out what that word is. There we go. That has to do with stopping.
ייצרו הלילה. ייצרו הלילה.
Look at that one. Itzru. So that has to do with stopping. And then Halayla, that has to do with the night. So stop tonight. Mevukshim. I've seen that before. There it is again. The question is learning this new vocabulary. Mevukshim. Okay, wanted.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים.
Mevukashim.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים.
Mevukashim.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים.
Okay, so these are, remember this was the wanted one. These are the wanted people. So It's Ru Halayla Mevukashim. These are the wanted people. Look at this. Ha. Looks like Ha Hashodim. Ha Hashodim. Nope. Oh.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים. עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים.
Hashudim.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים.
So here's the one we're looking at. Hashudim. So it looks like this has to do with arrested. Notice it has this, there's got to be a root in there that has to do with like stopping someone.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים.
Okay, so who did they stop and arrest? Looks like Be'orvot. Oh, we're gonna have to put that in manually because I've never seen that one before. Isn't that something? There it is.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות.
Listen to that long word. Bamirovo.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות.
Sounds like vote. Listen to that.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות.
Sounds like vote. And what does that have to do with? It says here, the wanted suspects of involvement were arrested tonight. So I wonder if that has to do with, this might be the involvement, have to do with involvement. Bamiro vote, their involvement. But looks like Bapali. I wonder if that's in Palestine. I wonder if that's in Palestine, in Bapilot. A wanted person suspected of involvement in the activity were arrested tonight. So I wonder if, I bet you this is in suspicion.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות בפעילות. עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות בפעילות.
בפעילות.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות בפעילות.
Papilot. So it's like this, I bet you, I wonder if this is, this has to do with suspected. So what do we have so far is wanted persons suspected of involvement in the activity were arrested tonight. Look at this, terror. I wonder if that's terror. I wonder if that's terror, just terror. Terror. No. Yeah, terrorist activities.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות בפעילות טרור.
Yeah, it sounds like terror, terror.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות בפעילות טרור.
Yeah, terror, terror, terror.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות בפעילות טרור.
Yeah, okay, so this is the terror. So it has to do with terrorist activities. Suspected of terror. So this is the papilot is terrorist.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות בפעילות טרור.
Bifilot is suspected of terror. Okay. All right. So how about this one here? Berhavi. You know what that one is? I remember that one is roundabout. Berhavi, right? Berhavi. Berhavi. Yeah, we finally got it.
עצרו הלילה מבוקשים החשודים במעורבות בפעילות טרור ברחבי.
Yeah, it has to do, I think it has to do with like roundabout. Okay. Let's see, Ogadot. Division.
אוגדת.
Yehuda Ushomron. Yeah, Judea and Samaria division. Okay, so basically, they're giving a report here that these were other persons that were arrested.
אוגדת יהודה ושומרון. אוגדת יהודה ושומרון.
Listen to that, it's Ogdat Yehuda Ushomron. So this would be Judea, and so it's basically round about the division of Judea and Samaria. Interesting. All right. What do we got here? Let's get rid of some of this writing here. Okay, so now we're going to start here. We'll start here. Bamisagirit. Yeah, within.
במסגרת.
Bamisgeret. Okay, so so this is within Bamisgeret. Hapailot. I bet you that's in Palestine. Hapailot. Oh, there's got to be a way to pronounce that. There we go.
במסגרת הפעולות.
Is that right? Hapu. No, that's not right. Yeah. Okay.
במסגרת הפעילות.
So it's within the activity. So it's within the activity. That's what it's saying. Within the activity, ne'etzru.
במסגרת הפעילות נעצרו. במסגרת הפעילות נעצרו.
המסגרת הפעילות נעצרו.
במסגרת הפעילות נעצרו.
Na'etzru. Okay, so within the as part of the activity, they were arrested. Okay, now look at this this 11 number here. Remember that was echat eser. I think that's right. Echat esrer. That's right.
11.
So it's like ahat esre.
11.
Okay, so ahat esre. So that's like ahat is like esre is like 10 plus 1. That's how you do a number in Hebrew. Ahat esre.
11.
Okay, so there are 11 persons within that situation. 11 were arrested. 11. Okay. Look at this one, right? Mevukshim. Ahat Esrei Mevukshim. Okay, 11 from. Oh no, this has to do a wanted.
11 מבוקשים.
Mevukashim.
11 מבוקשים.
Notice how when it's paired to Mevukashim, it turns to Ahat Esar instead of Ahat Esrei on its own. That's interesting.
11 מבוקשים.
Ahat Esar Mevukashim.
11 מבוקשים.
Okay, so these are wanted. These are 11 wanted individuals. Okay. Metuchem. Now remember that. I remember this one right here, Metuchem. Now this is a Metuchem, Shani. There we go. Including.
11 מבוקשים, מתוכם שני.
Okay, including Metuchem.
11 מבוקשים, מתוכם שני.
So this is Metuchem means including Shni, two. Look at this right here. Pili. Pili. Irgon. No. Fili. Irgon. Okay.
11 מבוקשים, מתוכם פעילי ארגון.
PLA.
11 מבוקשים, מתוכם פעילי ארגון.
So this PLA, Irgon, remember this Irgon is organization. So it must be these are a Palestinian organization, HaTerror, which is the terror, Hamas. So basically it's saying is the Palestinian organization, the terrorist Palestinian organization, Hamas. HaTerror, Hamas. Yeah, there we go.
11 מבוקשים, מתוכם פעילי ארגון הטרור חמאס.
Irgon is organization.
11 מבוקשים, מתוכם פעילי ארגון הטרור חמאס.
Pe'ilei Irgon. So it's the Palestinian organization, HaTerror, Hamas.
11 מבוקשים, מתוכם פעילי ארגון הטרור חמאס.
Now, so this must be in a different, this must be, now this is 11 and this is 11 down here. So I wonder if this is just an explanation of more about this. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see here. All right, so let me double check what's going on here. All right. Take care of one thing here. So we're down here now. Amon ba'adon. Amon ba'adon.
אמון באדון. אמון באדון.
All right, so let's see what else we got here. Okay, so now we've got, let's move this down a little bit. So we've got, let's see, how about this one? Bamivsa, looks like hati, bati, bamivsa. Take a look at that.
במבצע.
Bamivsa, okay. Hativi, hativti, hativti. Oh.
במבצע חטיבתי. במבצע חטיבתי.
Bamivsa hativati. Okay, so in a divisional operation, look at that. Look at the complexity of that language. Bamivsa hativati. I wonder if this one right here is the operation part, and this is division. Bamivsa hativati. Bamikhna. 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 Ah. Okay, so that's the camp one.
במבצע חטיבתי במחנה.
Bamachane.
במבצע חטיבתי במחנה.
One of these days, I'm going to get this camp figured out. Okay, so in a divisional operation in the camp, this is the same name of that Gilzone. Gilzone. This is that Gilson. Gilson. It's like this. Gilson. Okay, so Hapilitim, which would be like the Palestinian camp. So there was a divisional operation.
במבצע חטיבתי במחנה.
במחנה.
במבצע חטיבתי במחנה.
Hativati. So this is a divisional operation in the Hapilitim, would be the Palestinian camp, Jil Zone. That's the name of the camp. Now that's curious. I'd like to know if that actually has something on the map that we can look at and get an idea where this is at. Oh, it's gel zone. Look at that. Gel zone. And so that's got to be, okay, so here it is. Gel zone from Arabic is a Palestinian refugee camp in the Ramallah al-Bira Governorate. Okay, interesting. So it's gel zone. That's what it is. Gel zone. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so this is okay. So what do we have now? Shabaktivat. Looks like the Shahaktivat, maybe. Shahaktivat. This is an interesting one. There it is right there. Oh, look at this. In the brigade.
שבחטיבת.
Shebahativat.
שבחטיבת.
Shebahativat. In the brigade. Okay, so Shebahativat. So this would be like Shebahativat. In the brigade. All right, so in the brigade. Look at this. This looks like Benyamin. Benyamin. I'm not sure what that is, but Benyamin. Nope. In the brigade. Oh yeah, I knew that was Benjamin. Benjamin Brigade.
שבחטיבת בנימין.
So this is the name of their brigade. It's named after Benjamin. Should be
שבחטיבת בנימין.
Shebahativat Binyamin.
שבחטיבת בנימין.
Shebahativat Binyamin.
שבחטיבת בנימין.
Okay, so this is in the brigade. Shebahativat Binyamin. All right. Let's see. Hakoch. Wonder what this one is. Hakohot. Oh, okay. So this is the forces.
שבחטיבת בנימין הכוחות.
Hakohot. Hakohot has to do with force. Hakohot. All right, so Hakohot. So that's Hakohot. This is Binyamin. This is like Benjamin, one of the sons of Jacob, right? And the brigade, Shebahativat.
שבחטיבת בנימין הכוחות.
Hakohot. 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 It almost sounds like Hakorhot, it almost sounds like the cohort of the Roman forces. Hakohot. Hakohot. It sounds like it might be cohort. It might be like that word. I don't know. It sounds like it. שבחטיבת
שבחטיבת בנימין הכוחות.
hakohot has to do with forces. All right, so let's see. I saw this one before. Let's see. I think that has to do with Harsu. No, it's Harsu. I bet you it's Harsu. Harsu. Okay.
שבחטיבת בנימין הכוחות הרסו.
Harsu.
שבחטיבת בנימין הכוחות הרסו.
Okay, so this has to do with destroying. Harsu.
שבחטיבת בנימין הכוחות הרסו.
Okay, and then Yahad, I think, means like a yeah, togetherness. I knew that was right. Destroyed together. Okay, destroyed together. Im with kohot. What's the forces? I bet you that's im kohot. That's right. With the forces.
שבחטיבת בנימין הכוחות הרסו יחד עם כוחות.
Yahad im kohot. Okay, so basically, this is with the forces. Let's see, ha. Handasa. Yeah, okay. Oh, the engineering forces.
שבחטיבת בנימין הכוחות הרסו יחד עם כוחות.
Okay, let's see here. With the engineering forces, shell za, which is the IDF. Shell za. Okay, that's the IDF. Shell za. Shell za. Yeah, that's right. With the Benjamin Brigade, the forces destroyed together with the engineering forces of the IDF. So the engineering forces are with them. Okay. Okay. So what did they destroy? So this is where I'm going to try to pick it up next time. This is interesting stuff, but it's also, very advanced Hebrew. And I hope you got something out of this. I know I did. I learned some new vocabulary words. And it's kind of cool looking at this stuff. And I really need the Google Translate to kind of help me out. But once I get the words memorized, it comes out pretty good. All right, so guys, remember we got that Sabbath service today. That's at theyahad.com. And I think we have Brother Sean McKinley preaching, so it'll be a good service. That's at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, theyahad.com. So keep track of that. All right, shalom, shalom.